Hey everybody, welcome back to Royal Country. Welcome if you're new. The 25 Days of Christmas continues with this beautiful tribute piece. Stay tuned. Okay, everybody, so we are going to do this DIY with really 90% of Dollar Tree items. I'm taking an 8x10 frame that I picked up at the Dollar Tree, and I'm going to remove the backing as well as that little insert and the glass from this piece because we are going to take some Waverly chalk paint in the color Silver Lining, and we're going to paint this frame. Now I will say that it does take 3 coats of this Silver Lining chalk paint to really give this a good coat. This is what it looks like after just 1. I went ahead and gave it 3. So paint your frame and then set it aside. Now I picked up these galvanized words at Dollar Tree recently, and for this DIY I'm going to use some Mod Podge and then also this ruby fine glitter that I picked up at Walmart, and I'm going to give this really 2 coats of the glitter. So as you can see, as I'm putting down the Mod Podge, there are spaces or parts of this where the Mod Podge doesn't quite set up. The Mod Podge really sort of resists off of the galvanized piece. So I had to go over this a couple times. I did go ahead and just coat it as best as I could the first time, and I put down some of that ruby glitter. Guys, in photos, this comes off more of a brown, but in person, when it hits the light, it is this beautiful red color, and it's just absolutely gorgeous. But as you can see on the C and parts of the A, we are missing glitter. So again, I had to come back for a second time. What's great about the Mod Podge is it's not just a glue, but it also, provides a seal. All of us that use this know this, but I just wanted to put that out there for someone who may be thinking about using Mod Podge and has never used it before. You get a good glue base, but then you also get a good seal. And what this does for me is it does keep all of the glitter on the galvanized piece, and in the end I don't have any glitter shedding, if that makes any sense. So again, second coat on this, and then I'm going to just take it and set it aside, let it set up, and that's what this looks like when it is complete. That's 2 coats of glitter. Now I brought in some of this scrapbook paper. I picked this up at Hobby Lobby on sale, and this is an 8x10 size. Or 11 by 14 possibly. I'm not sure. I didn't really measure it. I know that it's larger than the backing on that 8x10 frame insert. So what I'm doing is I'm putting it underneath of the frame, and it's a little too brown for me. So how I'm going to fix that is bring in some more of this Silver Lining chalk paint. I'm going to load my brush and then offload my brush. I'm going to do a dry brush effect over the paper. What that's going to do is tone down that brown just enough for me that it really melds into the entire piece. And it does, kind of bring in a little more cohesiveness of the color, but it does leave that brown behind it. And I needed that for the next part of the DIY. You'll see why I opted not to paint this all one color. I do like how that gray and brown mixes together. Once that has dried and I'm pleased with how that looks, I'm going to take a Dollar Tree glue stick and I'm going to apply it to the back of this, or the front of the back of the frame, the insert part. I'm going all over it, around the edges especially, and also in the middle. I want to make sure that I have a really good connection between the paper and the insert of this frame. I'm going to lay it down, use my hands, smooth it out really, really well. And once that is done, I'm going to bring in my scissors and go ahead and trim away the excess paper on this so that it will fit back into the frame when it is time to do that. So after it's all trimmed up and we've put the glass back inside, you can see that I'm using auto glass cleaner to clean this. It's the only glass cleaner I seem to have in the house, guys. But you can also see that the paper is now really matching more with the frame, and that is what I was looking for. So now I'm taking these cedar picks from the Dollar Tree. They come in a pack of 5, and I am using the silver pieces. And I'm going to lay these out along the frame, and I want them to not extend past the frame on the bottom. I've cut each one of those down so that we can glue those into place. And this is a tribute piece. My husband lost his father a few years ago, and every chance I get, I try to do a DIY for my own home decor where we can add a cardinal, you know, just to kind of have that memory of his father. Every spring we are inundated with cardinals around our home, and I just truly believe that one of those happens to be his dad, who comes to check in on him year after year. So I like to keep that decor in the house just as a reminder. And so the silver on this is leaning more towards Christmas, but then the piece and the cardinal in red, you know, also Christmas colors, but really more towards that tribute. My husband really did like this DIY as it came together, and I showed it to him, and I'm really glad that I'm able to do something like this for him. And guys, this is such a budget-friendly DIY. The frame is $1, the cedar picks are $1, the cardinal is $1, the paper is like 33 cents. I mean, for under $5, you can bring in this really high-end leaning tribute piece into your own home, or give it as a gift to somebody who is maybe missing a loved one during the holiday season. But that's what those cedar picks look like. Like I said, I didn't want it to extend below the bottom of the frame. It does go up to the top, and it fits in really well. And then I found this branch also from the Dollar Tree. High glitter, guys. So keep that in mind. If you're not into a lot of glitter, use that Mod Podge or some hairspray to really tone down the loss of that glitter. But this is now going to become a part of the bottom part of the frame here, and it's going to create really a nest for the cardinal to sit in. And so what I did was I trimmed those off, cut those down, and I'm using hot glue to attach these again to the glass part of that frame. Now, I seem to luck out, or maybe it was just kismet, that this last branch from that pick that I picked up at the Dollar Tree was already sort of curved. So I just trimmed off a little bit of it, and I'm going to tuck it behind some of the other branches that I've put in, and that's going to give a really nice place for our cardinal to call home. So I went ahead and just put that down with hot glue like I did with the other pieces. And now we're going to bring in this bird decor. Guys, this is gorgeous, I have to tell you. It comes in the pack of 1 from the Dollar Tree, and it has these beads on it. The feathers are just so pretty. It is glittered, but it also has some more sequins on it. It's just a really beautiful detailed piece, and it had a clip on it, but I just pulled the clip out, and I'm just going to figure out which way I want the bird to go. I decide in the end that I do want it facing to the left, and I'm just going to use hot glue to nestle the cardinal into this beautiful silver nest that I was able to create with those branches that came from the Dollar Tree. Just with a little final adjustment there on that hot glue. Look how pretty that is. And guys, this is one of those pieces that just stands on its own. And that's really a downward look at how that's going to be. It is so pretty. Please give me a thumbs up if you're liking today's video. I want to know if you want to see more content like this from me. Now I'm going to bring in that peace sign that we glittered up, and I'm telling you guys, the camera does not do justice to this piece whatsoever. It is just so pretty, and I really did just glue it down into this space here just like this. And once that is finished and set up, we will have a beautiful tribute piece to display in our home at Christmas time. And I'm just so thankful that I could do something like this for my husband. Guys, this has been part of my 25 Days of Christmas, a beautiful tribute decor piece that you can do on a budget. It's a Dollar Tree DIY, a part of my 25 Days of Christmas here in Row Country. If you're not yet subscribed, please do so by clicking that button down below. Become a member of the Row Country family. I would love to have you. And while you're here, go ahead and watch another video. I will see you in my next one. Until then, bye!